no secret that I hold a strong bias in favor of Jaleel White's portrayal of Sonic, surpassing all other voice actors who have brought this iconic character to life. However, it seems my fondness for Jaleel's rendition is as niche as Sonic Shuffle. Many fans lean towards Ryan or Jason, yet it's precisely this preference that led me to choose Jaleel's version of Sonic for discussion in the character portrayal segment of the Generations Challenge hosted by Sonic Amino back in 2018. In this video essay, I aim to illuminate Jaleel's undeniable talent and go into why I've poured my heart into exploring this particular portrayal. I aim to delve into Jaleel's portrayal of Sonic across all three animated series and the fan-made movie. Rather than delving into technical voice acting nuances, I'll explore how his interpretation of the character has influenced my overall preference for Jaleel Sonic. In a previous blog post, I ranked the main 4 Sonic voices, with Jaleel at the top. However, with the release of Sonic Prime and the ongoing movie series, along with any associated shows, I intend to reassess my views on all the main voices of Sonic since 1993, including Jaleel's. This future analysis as a ranking video will enable me to provide a comprehensive ranking of the various interpretations. Unfortunately, that blog post failed to fully convey the essence of Jaleel White's portrayal of the Blue Blur. While my preference for his voice may stem from nostalgia, it didn't adequately highlight how his talent in capturing Sonic's cocky and spirited personality has resonated with me for over 2 decades. For me, this serves as a testament to the enduring impact of his performance. While I once made a video titled The Sonic Dreamcast Trilogy, how it portrayed Sonic's personality the best, I've come to appreciate that each voice actor infuses the character with their distinct flavor and interpretation. Take Ryan Drummond for example. His portrayal emphasizes Sonic's adventurous and energetic spirit, making him an engaging hero to root for. His displays of heroism, tenacity, and wisdom are truly infectious. Conversely, Jaleel's portrayal of Sonic shines for its versatility, characterized by a blend of snarky impatience. Somehow, Jaleel adeptly captures Sonic's exasperating yet charming persona. While the accompanying artwork is fan-made, it serves as an accurate representation of moments in the canon where Jaleel's Sonic truly excels, demonstrating his knack for infusing the character with playfulness and humor. With that in mind, let's revisit the topic of my somewhat misleadingly titled Dreamcast Sonic Portrayal video essay. Ryan's portrayal holds as much nostalgia for me as Jaleel's, yet both have been equally instrumental to my introduction to the fastest thing alive. Ryan's Sonic's steadfast card of gold initially captivated me and drew me into the franchise. However, it was Jaleel Sonic's wit that kept me coming back, even at a young age. While both Sonics exude spunk and raw teenage rebellion, they diverge in several key aspects. Ryan's Sonic is characterized by patience, I say that loosely, and a strong commitment to justice against evil forces, whereas Jaleel Sonic's portrayal highlights his insatiable need for adrenaline rushes and ADHD-like tendencies. Additionally, Ryan's Sonic demonstrates a greater capacity for forgiveness and is even inclined to impart lessons of good-heartedness to his adversaries. Jaleel Sonic holds the most significance for me because he encapsulates one of Sonic's most defining traits, his impatient demeanor. Jaleel's portrayal flawlessly captures this aspect of Sonic, from his foot-tapping and finger-wagging idle animations to his witty one-liners. In my view, Sonic is a spirited, quick-witted individual who, on occasion, reveals his compassionate side by offering friendship, words of encouragement, and assistance to those in need. Jaleel's Sonic embodies all of these qualities and seamlessly blends them together, akin to a delicious steaming cup of coffee, or tea, or whatever you drink. Before delving into the 4 depictions of Jaleel Sonic, it's worth noting where the traces of Sonic's personality can be found, even before Jaleel voiced him. Glimpses of the Blue Blur are discernible in the character of Steve Urkel from Family Matters. Given that Jaleel first voiced Sonic in '93 and appeared in Family Matters in '89, he had ample time to refine his Sonic tone. Sonic was initially conceived as defiant yet plucky, making him cooler than cool to young gamers everywhere, and a hotter than hot topic in the gaming world. He exudes enticing 90s style. In contrast, Steve differs vastly from the speedy blue hedgehog in most regards. He's depicted as a nerdy character, sporting thick glasses, high-water pants held up by suspenders, multicolored cardigan sweaters, and a nasally high-pitched voice. Steve is portrayed as a walking disaster, with his clumsiness serving as a recurring gag that often leads to either self-injury or damage to his neighbor's property in every episode. However, despite his mishaps, he is remarkably witty, morally upright, kind, forgiving, and virtuous, although he can display moments of self-importance. What's more, he has expressed on several occasions his self-assurance and lack of concern for others' opinion of him. Doesn't that sound a lot like someone we know? Steve Urkel possessed numerous moments of charm and endearment that would later mirror traits found in Sonic himself. Despite Sonic's inherent ego, he exudes charm in unique ways, much like Steve. Both characters share a degree of clumsiness, albeit less so for Sonic, for obvious reasons, and Sonic's ability to swiftly recover from a fall or mishap only adds to his charm. Despite their differences in appearance and demeanor, undeniable similarities exist between Steve and Sonic, contributing to their status as beloved characters in their respective realms. Steve also had a handful of catchphrases that were hilarious, and I firmly believe that Jaleel's talent for delivering them in such a delightful manner, repeatedly to the point that the audience not only anticipated them, but also joined in saying them along with the character and applauded afterward, is a testament to his skill in making Steve so incredibly likable. Among these catchphrases, apart from the titular "Did I do that?" or "Look what you did," as well as others like "Hey Steve, I'm really boring," and "I don't have to take this. I'm going home." None held as much allure as two particular catchphrases. "I'm wearing you down, baby. I'm wearing you down. You love me, don't you?" He sounds so much like Sonic flirting with Sally, it's almost uncanny. And it's that same charm, my friends, that has undoubtedly carried over to Sonic, as he too had many memorable catchphrases, typically rhyming, "Gotta speed, Keed," "Scootin' and rootin'," "You got it, Ace, let's race," "Gotta stride, Clyde," "Gotta run, hun," "Let's buzz, cuz," "Make some noise and break their toys," "Let's juice 'em and reduce 'em," "Cruisin' and bruisin'," "The job's no prob when you got the speed you need," and many more. Steve even rhymes a few phrases like Sonic. The two characters even share one somewhat common catchphrase.
"I was built for speed and born for danger. Speed is my middle name and danger is my gang."
The aspect that solidifies the connection between Steve and Sonic is Steve's cool alter ego, Stefan Urkel. He's downright suave, and when Sonic wants to be, he can be suave too. Since Steve has his unbridled smooth moments even as a geek, albeit more reserved, it is by this that he and Stefan are one and the same. Jaleel clearly channeled parts of Steve into Sonic. No other voice actor had done anything like this before. This is what makes Jaleel's Sonic so unique. Now that you've seen the source of what Jaleel tapped into, let's explore what Steve inspired. It's worth noting that while Jaleel's Sonic is one of the 4 versions of the Blue Blur, yes, I'm including him alongside Ryan, Jason, and Roger, there are in fact 4 subversions of this iteration of Sonic. In Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Jaleel's Sonic is portrayed as more silly and playful compared to the other subversions, although playfulness is a consistent trait across all of them. He's often seen donning various costumes just to outsmart Dr. Robotnik and his lackeys for amusement, reminiscent of antics seen by Bugs Bunny cartoons decades earlier. The fun-loving and gregarious nature of the subversion of Sonic appealed to kids, reeling them in as if it were an average day for one of Big's fishing trips. With Tails as a traveling companion and kid brother, each adventurous journey in every episode became a relatable experience for kids everywhere. Sonic's quips never ran out of steam.
To ensure his immediate capture, I am offering you the biggest reward in bounty hunter history. 1 billion Mobiums, alive or otherwise.
Question from the crowd?
What is it?
I'm worth way more than that.
And the show consistently delivered valuable lessons at the end of each episode.
Press the button, kid!
But Sonic's my friend! Sonic, look out! It's a trap!
Whoa!
You did the right thing, Junior. Never do anything you don't think is right, even if other guys say it's cool. That's called peer pressure.
This show made each escapade in every episode a uniquely relatable experience, simply because kids with older siblings would learn to look up to them. For those without siblings, Sonic served as a stand-in big brother, offering guidance and companionship throughout their adventures. The entrance scene of Sonic in SatAm was perhaps the first time I ever saw Sonic on the small screen. Though I was also watching Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog at the same time, so who knows. It completely blew my mind. The very first time we see him, he's effortlessly rocking out on his guitar, exuding coolness.
You ready, Rotor?
Ready!
Hey, Sam, don't you call me a fool, 'cause baby, you know that I'm way past cool. Way past cool!
There's just something about the subversion of Jaleel's Sonic that captivates me, keeping me entertained and fascinated, and that feeling has never faded. And I love how he's attempting to compose a song for Sally, albeit a self-centered one, but it's a thought that counts. And let's be real, Sally would expect nothing less.
Way past cool, huh? How do you like the entrance? You know, the way I come flying in, hit the old Axl Rose pose right on the downbeat.
After Rotor tells him,
Sally won't like it.
and he suggests he write her a ballad instead, Sonic goes into this humorous little tantrum about how much he hates soft songs and how they make him sick.
It's too hard rock. It's gotta be softer.
Softer? What do you mean, softer? Oh, I hate softer. Softer is for pillows, for ice creams. Music has gotta move. It's gotta be pedal to the metal. It's gotta...
Ballad.
Ballad, smelling? Nuh-uh, no way, man. Ballads make me want to hurl. Ugh. Oh, chunkage contained.
It's just classic Sonic stuff that no other version of Sonic in the Hedgehog's 30-plus year existence has ever expressed. The way he's portrayed in SatAm, in particular, hits so close to home for me that I could literally go on for days about it. Seriously, I cannot express how much I enjoy this cartoon, and it'd be impossible for me to only show you a few scenes where Jaleel Sonic is at his prime. If you haven't already, give the first episode a watch, and then watch another, and another, and another. Since Sonic was not the sole star of the show, there weren't as many instances where Jaleel would shine through him, especially with two other siblings sharing the spotlight. And let's be honest, Manic stole the show. However, where Jaleel Sonic did shine was in learning about the importance of teamwork, family, and their shared love for music. Here are a couple of scenes that showcase Sonic's fantastic personality.
What? Who?
The time has come, Sonic.
Yeah, whatever.
Sonic, your destiny awaits.
Yeah, tell it to wait outside. I'm too tired to care.
Huh?
Former boyfriend?
Cute.
Let's see if we can get these puppies to work.
Remember, they only become weapons if we're in harmony.
So I'm feeling righteously harmonious. How about a little drum roll? Oh man, all this concentrating makes my head hurt.
I understand that this fan film isn't universally well liked, for reasons I don't fully understand personally, but because Jaleel was involved, I felt compelled to seize the opportunity to discuss it in this video essay. I love the way he introduces himself. It's so in character with Jaleel's portrayal, even after the long period of time he's been out of the Sonic sphere.
Take a step back and imagine this. A perfect world. A place where you can just kick back, just enjoy everything around you. Freedom. Then imagine seeing all that taken away because one bloated Eggman wanted it all. Well, someone has to get all that back, and it's gonna be me. I'll tell you everything, how it got this way, and how I'm gonna make sure it goes back. Just try to keep up, since I move very quickly.
And a human woman that showcases more of that charm he still got. The way he displays it, though, is just adorable to me, and because it's not a side of Sonic that you see often, even if it creeps some people out. In that scene, you can observe all of the trademark traits that make up his personality. His friendliness, his playful snarky tone, and a glimpse of his cocky and heroic side towards the end. All within less than a minute of footage, you witness an encapsulation of Sonic. It even briefly illustrates how Sonic prefers being called by his name rather than any other title. And this was well before Cream referred to him as Mr. Sonic, or before Caliburn called him Knave.
Get in the back! Cover the back!
impressed? I know. I can make quite an entrance. You know, I can come back and do that again.
An islander.
The blur.
The blue blur. Pretty sure you've heard of me, considering I'm #1 on Robotnik's hit list. The blue blur is cool, but you can call me Sonic. See something you like? I hope not. I mean, you're pretty and all, but...
No. You're
a hedgehog. And proud of it. Sounds like more are coming. I'm gonna go and have some fun. Catch you guys next time.
It's just so amusing to witness him in these situations, yet it remains consistent with who he is. Given the length of the film, these segments are truly what stood out to me. As a quick note, I find it amusing how... repulsed isn't quite the word I'd use to describe the reaction of the second female soldier when Sonic was messing with her, but she was certainly quick to reject him. It's just hilarious to see that even fictional characters perceive Sonic primarily for his species, rather than his human sentience. That will never cease to puzzle me, but that's a whole other topic. Anyway, after comparing all 4 versions, let's hear what the man himself has to say about voicing Sonic. In one interview, Jaleel himself revealed that playing the role of Steve on ABC's Family Matters prepared him perfectly for the role of Sonic, although I wanted to analyze all of this myself before sharing that fact.
I always wanted my own cartoon. And the opportunity for Sonic came along, and the people they were trying to sell Sonic to were ABC. So I was an ABC personality, and so it made it organic for their sale, like, hey, well, if we get him to do the voice, you want to put it on the air? And ABC was just like, release the balloons.
Balancing his acting commitments with school, he was dedicated to perfecting Sonic's spunk and spirit, and he did not disappoint, at least not to me.
I was on a television show at the time, going to school also. My mother did not take that for granted, and so, you know, working around my schedule was a big deal.
The multiple takes he recorded for each line sharpened that attitude, making it as sharp as the quills on Sonic's back.
Normally when you voice all these characters, everybody would be in the room at the same time, and you do it kind of like a table reading. So the guy who's doing Robotnik, you know, and Tails and everybody, they're all in the room doing it together. And I couldn't be a part of those sessions a lot of time for my schedule. So I would be in the room by myself. Now, there's an advantage that you have as an actor in being in a room by yourself, is that all the time is for you. And so, you know, you're not getting just 1 and 2 shots at things, you're getting 3 and 4 and 5 shots at things. So I literally could aim for perfection.
Good job, Sonic.
I know.
I'm so modest.
Anyone can plainly hear that he truly embodied Sonic's essence through his voice acting and the input he had on the character. He mentioned wanting Sonic's voice to be distinct from any real-world culture or accent. Yet Sonic's voice is nearly identical to Steve's voice apart from pitch, further illustrating how Jaleel transferred that personality from one character to the next, but injected a fast, heroic quality into the mix.
I had plenty of input on the character. I had no input on the stories. I deliberately wanted to make him, you know, because I'm black, if you haven't noticed. I really wanted to make him just like, you know, of no race. So when you listen to Sonic, I don't think you even get an impression that, you know, it was like, is he black? Is he white? Is he surfer? Is he whatever? No, instead he's just hero, just fast.
Sorry, boat brains, got a juice. Oh, forgot to tell you. Watch that first step.
Also, can we just acknowledge that his natural slip of calling Robotnik is so amazing.
So the guy who's doing Robotnik.
That wasn't just by habit. He owned and fully embodied that Sonic personality right there. If you want to see the full interview, link in the description. The character of Sonic the Hedgehog has been portrayed in various ways throughout the franchise history, from his inception as a video game character to his appearances in television shows and movies. Each iteration has brought something unique to the table, whether it be Sonic's cocky attitude, his heroic nature, or his endearing charm. Jaleel White's portrayal of Sonic across all 4 main iterations stands out to me, largely due to his ability to capture the character's essence through his voice acting and influence on the script. Despite the mixed reception of certain adaptations, the enduring popularity of Sonic as a character speaks to the universality of his appeal. He remains a beloved icon of pop culture, inspiring new generations of fans to embrace his lightning-fast speed and indomitable spirit, and Jaleel's Sonic will forever embody those qualities for me. Wait, before you click off, please leave a comment, then like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Also,
don't forget to subscribe.
And turn on notifications. Links to social media and other stuff is in the description. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, don't forget, emptiness does not conquer dreams. Dreams conquer the emptiness.